What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Red and Gold Standard Podcast. My name is Zach Hernandez, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, Mike Andrews of Nothing But Niners. Matt is under the weather, so he will not be joining us tonight. Hope you feel better soon, Matt. Before I toss over to Mike, if you guys are watching on X, make sure you like and repost the post. If you're watching on YouTube, do us a solid, hop in the chat. We want to hear your thoughts. Make sure you hit like and subscribe to both Nothing But Niners and 49ersHive. They're below on the screen. We appreciate all the support. Now that I got that all out of the way, Mike, how you doing tonight?
I am well, man. I really enjoyed the game. I was up until probably about 4 in the morning, back up at 6 and went into work. And like, it was, I thought I was going to be like dragging and moping. Nah, I was good, man. It's something about when the 49ers win, and I'm looking forward to tonight. It's my first day off. Tomorrow is my first day off in 12 days. So because it was inventory, we worked through the weekend. We did the 12 days straight. So I am looking forward to not having any obligations tomorrow, even though I have a packed schedule already.
Right. I hear you, man. This week's been a hell of a week. I am exhausted. I mean, the first question was, why couldn't we do a preview this week? I mean, I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through like 9 p.m. Thankfully, we work off laptops now, so I could like take my work home with me, but it's just been a hell of a week. So, boy, was I excited and so relieved when the 49ers came out and looked as good as they did yesterday. So I feel you on that, Mike. I'm like half awake right now as I'm sitting here talking to you. You kind of just go into like a flow state. You don't even really know what's happening. You just take care of business and you got no idea. But we're here, and the 49ers are 4-1, Mike. Can you believe it? Can you believe they went into Levi's South on the road without George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, Nick Bosa, Ben Barch. I'm going to say Ben Barch just because he is a starting lineman. I know people are like, Ben Barch, Malik Mustafa. I mean, the list can probably go another 2-3 players that I'm not remembering off the top of my head. And they got the job done. I mean, how surprised were you at last night's results? Or maybe even last night's start?
And this is, I wasn't surprised.
Okay, to be fair, you did say you expected the Niners to win on last week's show.
And so we didn't get a chance to do a preview show, but I did a little pregame show, and what I was talking about was the youth in that secondary is going to match up well against a speedy guy and a big guy like Puka Nacua, right? We had Upton Stout out there, Renardo Green's back, right? And then you have Diamador Lenore. I didn't feel like there was, finally, for the first time, there was no mismatch, right? They could put Atwell on anybody as a corner, as a corner. Because when it was Siegel and the safeties, he did whatever he wanted to do on them. But I was so happy about the about the matchups finally. And I know it was Green's first game back and all that stuff, but I felt so good going into this game. I really felt like we matched up perfectly against the Rams. And the only thing that I was worried about was their front four. And I felt that we could use their aggression against them. And Kyle did it on the opening drive. That screenplay to McCaffrey, like just to kick things off. I know we're going to do a play-by-play on this one, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I felt like it was going to be a close one. I said Niners by 6. I thought it was going to be a 2 field goal victory for the 49ers. It ended up being a 1 field goal victory, right? But I felt like it was going to be a close one. And I was so comfortable because of Eddy Piñeiro, right? I just felt like if it was a game that was going to come down to field goals, which I thought it was going to be a difference of 2 field goals, that we were going to be in good hands with him. So I never felt like we were going to lose that game, man. So it was good. And now I understand people who felt otherwise.
I mean, there were a lot of cards stacked against the 49ers last night. The Rams have looked like Super Bowl contenders this season. I mean, the 49ers have the same type of season, I guess you could say, have had the same type of season that the Rams had. And I've seen Rams fans say, we're play away from 4-0 or 5-0. We're 2 field goals away from 5-0. And it's like, well, the 49ers could easily be 5-0 as well. And also both teams could easily be 0-5. These things go both ways. So I was expecting a competitive game. I was excited to see Mac Jones because I had actually been pretty impressed by him in the weeks that he had started for the 49ers versus the Saints and then versus the Cardinals. I think that's it, right? He'd only started those two games prior to last night. So I was pretty impressed by him, and I thought, well, let's see what he could do. And then I'm like, well, crap, Ricky's out, Juwan's out. They're asking him to shoulder a lot without the starting wide receiver. So it was a lot on his plate, and he handled it. So let's start with this game right away. The 49ers start the game on offense, and they get the ball at their own 16. Sky Moore muffs it and then returns it to the 27. Cardi, I think it's Jacob Cardi or Joseph Cardi, the Rams kicker. It does this like dirty ball kick to where it kind of like bounces and then it bounces up, and he's pretty good at it. He did come back to bite him.
Yeah, it did bite him in the ass later. But that opening kickoff, the ball, this is the shape of a football. It was in the air like this the whole time it was traveling.
Right,
I'd never seen a football on kickoff do that before, and they were saying that other teams are doing. They said the Panthers kicker does it also. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched the Panthers. That ball was incredible, man. Like, wow.
It was really impressive, and it definitely does what they want it to do. I mean, it bounces, then it goes up, and then it's unpredictable, right? So we'll get to where it obviously comes back to bite it, but Sky Moore muffs it, but does catch it, gets it all the way to the 27, or to the 28, I should say, and then they start off, and boy, did this first drive have some juice. I mean, you get McCaffrey for 4 yards. Jones hits McCaffrey for that screen pass, I believe, for 15 yards. But there's a penalty on Colby the next play, so it's brought back. 1st and 15, I'm thinking, crap, here we go. Already going to kill the drive because we never overcome these 1st and 15s, 1st and 20s. But one play later, he hits McCaffrey again for 15 yards. And then it's 1st and 10 from the Rams 43. And then again another penalty. McKivitz holding. So then you back him up again. It's 1st and 20, just like that. I mean, 1st and 15, 1st and 20. But no worries. Mac Jones hits Kendrick Bourne for 35 yards, catch and run, all the way down to the Rams' 18-yard line. And then 1st and 10, a 3-yard run by McCaffrey. Jones hits Jake Tonjes across the middle for 6 yards. On 3rd and 1, McCaffrey's able to go up the middle for 3 yards. And then on 1st and goal from the 6, drops back and hits a wide open Jake Tonjes in the middle of defense for a touchdown, and Eddy P's extra P, I guess, is good, and it's 7-0. How you feeling after this drive, Mike?
Vindicated. I wanted it so badly for us to get down there and not settle for a field goal. I felt like, yes, like this is it. This is the way it was supposed to be. Like, this is what the offense looks like when it's scripted plays, and we got to get in the end zone. I did not want to settle for field goals all night long, so that definitely made me feel good.
Yeah.
I loved it. Like you said, the overcoming the penalties and everything. Kyle is like, he gets defeated, and I hate when he gets defeated on 1st downs in particular. It's like, forget it. Let's just run the ball because you guys aren't ready. And then we'll get to it later on. But you understand why he gets defeated, especially with the receivers that were out there and how confused they were later on. We'll talk about it. But, man, like, I loved seeing that opening drive, man. They just looked good. And even on that opening drive, we talk about Brindle. He'll block his guy or he's just standing around. Brindle was looking for contact on that opening drive. Like, he looked like he had heard the rumblings and the rumors and all that stuff. On that McCaffrey screen, he blocked 3 different people on that one play. It was really, really impressive. 2 of them downfield. I mean, it was really, really good, man.
Well, PFF tells me he's a top 5 ranked center in the NFL, so that doesn't surprise me, Mike. I'm kidding, obviously. Okay, so immediately it's 7-0. Niners have a great start to the game. And then the Rams get the ball. And I'm thinking, all right, here we go. And they get the ball, field the kickoff, get back to the LA 33 for 20 yards. Kyren Williams up the middle for 4 yards. 5-yard pass to Puka Nacua. It's 3rd and 1. Kyren Williams gets 2 yards. 1st down at the 44 of the Rams. Incomplete pass by Stafford. 2nd down. Matt Stafford gets sacked for an 11-yard loss. I'm like, are my eyes deceiving me right now? Did the 49ers actually get a sack without Nick Bosa? They did. Unfortunately, it was their only one of the night. But Bryce Huff comes in, kind of like a design blitz, and he was able to get in unblocked, gets the sack. 3rd and 21, they just do a little draw play. Kyren gets 7 yards, and they punt. 49ers defense, not a 3 and out, but basically, 6 and out, 5 and out. How you feeling now after this good start at both ends?
So again, man, this was the game. My pregame, I was talking about how so many things had to go wrong against the Jaguars for us to lose that game, right? All those drop passes. I said, guys, there's going to be a drop pass or two, but it's not going to be as bad as it was last week. And then boom, we start seeing it, right? I said that there's no way that the Niners don't get at least a hit or a sack in this game. Last week, the game before this one, was the first time in 10 years that had happened. I said, all of those things aren't going to happen again. They can't happen in back-to-back games. So it was really good to see Huff go out there and get that sack and everything. And again, on the opening defensive drive for the 49ers.
Right. And I see this question here. Did Bryce Huff break his record for his fastest sack? I didn't see anything about that, but maybe something came out. I don't know if you saw anything about that, Mike.
No, I feel like that sack took a little bit of time. Stafford was looking for someone downfield on that play. That's why it was wasn't like it was a 3 or 4 yard sack. Those are the ones that set the records. That one was like, what was it, 11-yard loss or something like that? It was a big loss.
Good point.
Those take time to develop, and so he definitely didn't break the sack record on that.
Yeah. The one I see is the 2.44 in week 2 against the Saints. Okay. So then the 49ers get the ball back after forcing a punt. And they get the ball back all the way at their own 9-yard line. And I'm thinking, all right, we had a nice drive to start. Scripted plays are probably over. Now let's really see what this offense is going to look like, right? Well, they start off, Christian McCaffrey up the middle for 4 yards. Second and 6. Jones hits DeMarcus Robinson for 13 yards. And he's sacked after the play. The refs actually threw a flag for roughing the passer on on Stewart. I think Jonathan Stewart. So they get an additional 15 yards. That puts them all the way up at the 49ers 41-yard line. Don't ask Al Michaels. He had absolutely no idea what was going on in this play. He thought it was holding on the Niners at first. Then he was confused why they're going up to the 41. I love you, Al, but it may be time to hang it up, champ. So they get to the 41-yard line, and it's first and 10 after the penalty. And then the negative plays kind of start. Stuffed run for -1, but McCaffrey is a recipient of a 5-yard pass. Jones kind of scrambles up for a 2-yard run. That was on 4th down. So on 3rd and 6, McCaffrey got a 5-yard pass, and it was just shy of the first down. And right at midfield, Kyle said, "We're going for this shit." And Mac Jones kept it and got the first down.
Yeah, that play, if I'm not mistaken, is the one where it should have been a horse collar tackle on McCaffrey. And that was the moment where I was like, okay, the refs are going to be like, that's when I knew.
You just don't get yanked down from behind naturally, like from the top of your body.
Right.
It was pretty obvious to me.
Al Michaels, they go to the official in the booth. And he's like, "Oh no, he grabbed him by the jersey."
Right,
like,
it's all clean.
No, but it that should have been a horse collar.
Yeah. Roller Bite says it wasn't a horse collar. I think it could have been called one. There's a little bit of gray area, but it wasn't technically inside. I don't think, from what I remember, he didn't grab the inside. But I've seen worse. I've seen less called, I guess I could say.
Yeah.
So. Mac Jones picks up the first down on the ground with the sneak. It's first and 10 from the Rams 48, and then he hits Marquez Valdez-Scantling for 9 yards. Robinson gets stuffed, and it's 3rd and 1, and they get an incomplete pass to Juszczyk. Looked like they weren't on the same page. Juszczyk kind of cut it upfield, and Jones was expecting him to break outside. So 4th and 1 again. They just went for a 4th and 1 a few minutes ago. And Kyle says, fuck it, we're going for it again. And they give it to Brian Robinson, who gets the yard that they need. So it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones hits McCaffrey for 8 yards. Robinson runs for 5 yards. And on 1st and 10, incomplete. Beautiful pass to DeMarcus Robinson down the field, right along the sideline, the end zone. But unfortunately, Robinson couldn't get his feet in. Were you as like, oh, because I was pretty surprised by that throw and that catch, but unfortunately, the defender fell down and everything.
No, I thought that, believe it or not, I thought Robinson was going to have the game that Bourne had. I thought that this was going to be the revenge game. I thought this was going to be the one where he, went out there and did it. But, it is. He still contributed in a positive way. So it was good to see.
Yeah. It was really, really impressive outing by Bourne. We'll get into him in a bit. So, incomplete pass, almost a touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the Rams 24-yard line. McCaffrey gets, stuffed for a 1-yard run, and then that's the end of the first quarter. So the second quarter starts, 3rd and 9, and Mac Jones connects with Demarcus Robinson along the left sideline for 18 yards. Just a beautiful kind of back shoulder throw. Robinson's able to catch, toe tap, and get out of bounds. It was really impressive for two guys who really probably haven't had much chemistry, much experience playing together because Robinson's been suspended. So it was really impressive to see how quickly they were able to pick things up. So just like that, it's 1st and goal at the 6. McCaffrey gets 5 yards. I'm thinking, we finally got our first rushing touchdown of the year, but he stopped at the 1. And then the next play, Mac Jones tosses it into the end zone on the little, flat route that McCaffrey loves to run in the end zone. They got a linebacker on him. It's easy pickings, and Mac Jones puts it on him right away. Mike, it's 14-0. How you feeling?
I'm hyped, man. I'm fired up. I wanted the rushing touchdown so bad. Was this the drive that they did one with Juice? They did the little sneak handoff. Was that later on?
I think that's later on.
Oh, okay. All right. I apologize. But, yeah, I really wanted to get the rushing touchdown. Again, this is me saying that we were going to break all of these things. I thought we were going to get our interception this game. I thought we were going to get the rushing touchdown this game. Hey, I wasn't right on all the predictions. I mean, I'm sorry. My crystal ball was a little foggy. I got to stop smoking around it.
They were close to getting a couple of interceptions. I mean, they were very close, but
yeah,
just like they have been all season. Ellis Jr. Clarence, Matt is not coming. He is sick. So he will join us for the Bucks preview, but he is out tonight. Excuse me. I agree. Ian Jones had multiple roughing the passer calls, missed on him. Dude was getting blown up all night, unfortunately. So he almost didn't get up one time. So shout out to him. Total gutsy performance.
Yeah. The belly flop on him was super egregious. I mean, there's a landing rule that they just completely ignored. I don't know how that was not called at all. And then I don't know, but wasn't it a rule that you're not supposed to hit quarterbacks like below the knee? Mm-hmm. Like they were doing that all night long on him, and it was just never called. It was never called. So I don't know. I don't get it, but it is what it is.
There was a still shot, let me see if I could find it, of that sack that you're talking about where I think it was Jared Verse or something like that, like sacks Mac Jones and not only drives him into the ground, but is like completely on him. And it was, I want to say either second down or second and goal or 3rd and goal. And they didn't call it. It would have given the 49ers, first half to the goal and 1st and goal.
Yeah.
But instead they didn't. Gosh, I just had it here too. But
it was clearly like, I'm not kidding. It looked like a belly flop into a swimming pool, but on top of Mac Jones. Like
here, I found it here.
There you go.
The fact that this wasn't called. I mean, come on.
I never even saw the image either. Like it was just watching it live, you could see that. How do they not say that he put all of his weight on the quarterback?
And this was the play, if I remember correctly, that first made him start kind of limping and start kind of being a little gimpy on that leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was unfortunate, but okay. So 14-0. I was trying to think of where I was. 14-0. The 49ers punt the ball, or kickoff. Rams take over at their own 23, or 31, excuse me. And they start driving down the field. Stafford hits Nakua for 5 yards. After an incomplete pass, it's 3rd and 5. He hits Nakua for another 14. First down, Kyren Williams, 2-yard run. Kyren Williams, 6-yard run. 3rd and 2. He gets a 1-yard run. It's 4th and 1 at the 49ers 41, but they go for it. And Williams easily gets 4 yards. 1st and 10, Blake Corum gets 13 yards. And then 1st and 10 all the way down to the 49ers 24. And Matt Stafford kind of pitches it back to Blake Corum. And he can't catch it cleanly. Travis, I think Gibson, is how you pronounce it? Travis Gibson recovers it, who the 49ers just signed like earlier yesterday to the active roster. I think he was on the team in the preseason. Recovers the fumble. And I'm like, oh my God, this team may not be able to intercept anything, but they can come on some damn fumbles and cause some fumbles. Were you hyped, Mike? What were your thoughts here? Because I thought surely they're getting in the end zone here.
Yeah, no, I thought they were going to score too, and it was great to see, man. I mean, this was just a precursor to what was going to happen later on. You know what I mean? Like it was really good to see these guys going out there, and if the secondary is not going to do it, fine, we'll do it here. We'll get them in the trenches. You know what I mean? And the team has been punching at balls all year long. It's the Fred Warner effect on the entire team. So I love seeing it. Absolutely love seeing it.
No, I agree. So get the turnover. 49ers recover at their own 30, but they don't go far, unfortunately. Sky Moore, 1-yard run. Mac Jones hits Kendrick Bourne for 16 yards. 1st and 10 at the 47, the 49ers 47. Christian McCaffrey, 2 yards. 2nd and 8, Christian McCaffrey, 3 yards. And on 3rd and 5, Mac Jones hits Kendrick Bourne right in the hands, and he definitely would have gotten the first down, maybe even a little more, but he dropped it. And I'm thinking, oh boy, it's a pickup of last week. We're right where we left off. Jones still has drops problems. Did you notice on this play what I noticed, Mike? After the play, I guess I should say.
Well, immediately after the play, Kendrick Bourne is still standing there, and Mac Jones runs right up to him, and it's like hyping him up. Not some pity stuff either, like, oh, man, it's okay. I got you. I'll come back to you, which he did, like, immediately on the next drive that we have on offense. But it was like, hey, shake that off, man. Like, we're here. We got this. Like, we got this. We're good. We're good. Don't worry about it. I love seeing that. He didn't wait till they got to the sideline to have that conversation. It was in person right there on the field.
Yeah. I mean, basically, as the teams are exiting the field, he's running over to him before they're even off the field and immediately, picks him up. We're going to need you. Don't get down on yourself. We got you. And it was just like great leadership to see from Mac Jones. And especially, they have that prior history. They both were in New England together. They both had their best years of their career that year in New England. Yeah, together. So just like Brian Thomas Jr. is missing Mac Jones, I'm sure Kendrick Bourne had missed Mac Jones. So it was nice. It was really good leadership to see. So then the 49ers are forced to punt, unfortunately, after 4th and 8 at the Rams 48. Did you think they maybe should have gone for this here, or were you okay with the punt?
No, I was okay with it. Jones was coming up hobbled a couple of times and things like that. So, it was, that was kind of like my mindset throughout the rest of the game. It was like, all right, like we got a little bit of a cushion. Let's not get so conservative, but let's be smart here. Let's not give them an advantageous field position, because if we don't get it, the offensive line still wasn't blocking the best in the run game. So, and they definitely weren't blocking super great for pass protection either. So, it's like, all right, like the scripted stuff is working. The non-scripted stuff, it seems like they're kind of settling back down and coming back down to reality. Let's not go for it there.
I was fine with it as well. Remember, at this point, they're up 14-0, so it's like they got plenty of cushion. I literally told Ashley on the drive home, I'm like, I am kind of like resigned to them losing tonight, just due to how much is against them. So anything that comes out of tonight that's good is a huge plus for me, because I wasn't expecting anything with just all the injuries, short week, divisional opponent. Like, those are tough games to play well in and to win. So, but I'm like, okay, so they punt, and the Rams finally got it going, get the ball at their own 15, good punt, and then they get backed up 5 yards after a false start, so that their own 10. First down, incomplete pass to Devontae Adams. Second down, he hits Devontae Adams for 11 yards. 3rd and 4, Stafford hits Puka Nacua for 3 yards, but Lenore is flagged for a defensive holding, so they get 5 yards and a first down. It seemed to me like Lenore was kind of getting picked on a bit by these refs. I mean, I thought he was playing his normal type, but they were throwing flags for a lot on him.
Yeah, it seemed like they were just, this is again, when I saw the belly flop, okay, like they're going to let this kind of stuff go. It's like, all right, here we go. Here come the officials. So it's us against all 22 of their starters plus the officiating crew. And I was like, this is going to be something that we have to overcome.
Yeah. Unfortunately. But, okay, so fine. Bail him out with a first down. And on first down, incomplete pass deep to Puka Nacua. Second down, short pass for 6 yards. 3rd and 4, Stafford hits Ferguson for 21 yards. Marcus Siegel in coverage. He was getting picked on all night in coverage. 1st and 10 down to the 49ers 47. He hits Whittington for 22 yards. Pinnock in coverage. 1st and 10 at the 25. He hits Whittington again for 11 yards. And then 1st and 10 from the 14. Matt Stafford hits Kyren Williams in the flat, who is wide open. And I don't know if you caught this, Mike, but I did. Waltzed high steps into the end zone. Did you catch that?
Oh yeah, all the swag in the world, man.
Yeah.
This is easy. This is easy. We're back now. Like that's what they're thinking. All right, we're back. Like, and to their defense, right? We've seen Christian McCaffrey fumble in goal-to-go situations before, right? And that's kind of the stuff you got to shake off. Like, that's not going to happen every time. So, I mean, if I'm the Rams, what I'm telling them is, guys, like, that's 2 successful drives other than the turnover. So as long as we protect the ball when we get down there, we're going to be fine. Like, this game is ours for the taking.
Yeah. So they get it down to a 1-score game, 14-17 now. And we are just a little over 2 minutes before half. And I'm thinking, you know what? If we can get any points before half, that's a dub. Go in up 2 scores at least. So we go in, or we start the half, Sky Moore again muffs the catch, but he recovers, gets all the way to the 33. First and 10, Mac Jones incomplete pass to Farrell. 2nd and 10, Mac Jones hits Kendrick Bourne for 13 yards. 1st down at the 46 of the Niners. Incomplete pass to Jake Tonjes. 2nd and 10. Christian McCaffrey gets stuffed at the line and a penalty on Kendrick Bourne, but it was declined. Illegal formation was the call. 3rd and 10. Mac Jones hits Jake Tonjes for 11 yards. Just beautiful, beautiful work. 1st and 10 at the Rams 43. At this point, we're doing no huddle. And at this point, if I remember correctly, Jones is literally kind of like hobbling down to the field, catching up to the team because we now know cramping, according to what Jones said, but it looked at the time like a knee injury. But he hits DeMarcus Robinson for 8 yards on 1st and 10. 2nd and 2 down to the 35 of the Rams. Incomplete pass to Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 3rd and 2, Christian McCaffrey busts up the middle for 8 yards. 1st and 10, Jones spikes the ball with 14 seconds left. 2nd and 10, incomplete pass to Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 3rd and 10, McCaffrey just kind of runs the ball to get as many yards as they can to make this a closer field goal. And on 4th and 2, Eddy Piñeiro comes out right before half and nails a 37-yard field goal to put the 49ers up 17-7 going into half. Mike, in my opinion, this was like the best half of football the Niners have had this year. Especially first half, because even in the games they won with Mac Jones, it took like halfway through the second quarter before they even got a first down. Leave it to them to be the game against the Rams, the toughest divisional opponent, to have them play their best ball. I mean, how are you feeling at halftime? What are your thoughts? What's going on?
I went into my halftime show, and I told people that the 49ers had already exceeded everyone's expectations. So regardless of the outcome of this game, like, there's a lot of positives to take away from it. But I felt confident. I was like, we got a nice little cushion here. And this was, like a microcosm of our season so far. We built up that cushion. We were out there with all the backups. We've been hurt. We've been down. And somehow we were 3-1 going into this game, right? Like, that's the cushion that we needed for the reinforcements to come back and work their way back into the starting lineup, and so I felt like, that first half is what those first 4 games were. Like, we're weathering storms here. We got to keep it going. And I want to go back to, you talking about how hobbled Mac Jones was. I thought he was having a knee brace issue because at one point when he was on the ground, you see him with his fingers like up underneath him. Like, it looks like he's pulling the brace off. So I still think that brace is bothering him. Not that he doesn't need it or anything, but hopefully they start bringing in different brands for him in the next couple of weeks. Like, he's going to have to learn how to play with something different. But it was a lot of cramping. His forearms were cramping in the game and stuff like that.
I mean, they're massaging his forearms and
so
eating bananas.
But at halftime, man, I was fired up. I was like, I told you guys. Like, yeah. And then I'm still saying I want my rushing touchdown, though. I want my rushing touchdown. I want my pick. Matt Stafford is going to give you an opportunity. You got to take advantage of it. So I was hyped going into the second half also.
Same. I mean, I was excited. I'm thinking, holy crap, we have a chance. Like, we have a chance. Hopefully they don't melt down completely in the second half and piss me off. Because my main thought was, I told myself and you never say this as a fan, but it's like, I'm okay with an L tonight just because there's so much going against them that I totally understand if they drop this one. And I told myself, like, I'm not going to get worked up over it if it happens. And here I am all hyped, all stressing and all worried about it. It's like, damn it. Like, I let them get me all worked up, even though I promised myself. So here we are, 17-7, halftime. By the way, I agree with Ian. Good to see Ton just getting used more. He's the best second tight end we've had since Selleck. I don't know. That one year we had, who is Logan Thomas? What's his name?
Paulson?
No. From Washington.
Yeah, it was Logan Paulson, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, we did have Thomas also though.
But the COVID year.
Yeah, it might have been
Jordan Reed.
Okay.
Jordan Reed. That's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Ellis.
I mean, yeah, he is out there and he is filling in. He is doing his best. I mean, he's obviously no George Kittle. He's definitely not Delaney Walker. Chill out. I see you, Shulong. Like, no, he is not. He is not Delaney Walker. But I tell you what, they're using him as a fullback at times. They're using him as a tight end. They are really trying, and I love seeing the growth and the maturation of these players right before our eyes, man. Not just him. It's happening in the secondary. It's happening all over the place, man. And it's very encouraging. Like I said, whether we lost this game or not, it was going to be really exciting. Just watching how these guys are growing, man. It's really, really good. I saw a comment up earlier with someone saying that we need the Seahawks to win, otherwise they go to first place. They don't. The same record, it goes to division wins, and then it goes to head-to-head, and we own both. We are undefeated in the division. The Seahawks are not, and we beat them in the head-to-head as well. So we would still be in first whether the Seahawks win or not.
Thankfully. By the way, it looks like the Bucs are pretty beat up going into this game, so against the Seahawks on Sunday. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, in our case, our game was proof that anything can happen with anyone. So we'll see. By the way, Jake Tonjes is currently 4th on the team in receiving, only behind McCaffrey, Pearsall, Bourne. He's got 19 receptions on 27 targets for 166 yards, and he is tied for the most receiving touchdowns with Christian McCaffrey with 3. So, Jake Tonjes, everybody.
Yeah. The Niners have 3 tight ends with touchdowns so far, and that was done back in week 3. We had 3 tight ends at the end of that third game with people, with tight end, and they even tried to get. I don't know if you remember this. They tried to get one to Willis, but he dropped it.
They did.
So even Braden Willis almost had one. It is so good to finally see the tight ends getting the looks that they need right now. So I love it.
Finally. Okay, so the Rams get the ball to start halftime, and they get the ball at their own 37. Matt Stafford hits Nakua for 4 yards, hits Davis Allen, I believe, deep for 20 yards with Winters in coverage. And then on 1st and 10, there's offsetting penalties, which complete BS in my opinion. Jordan Elliott gets flagged for defensive holding and offensive holding. I don't know who, they don't have who it's on. This is Tutu Atwell. I don't think Tutu Atwell was holding Jordan Elliott, maybe, I guess. And so offsetting penalties, 1st and 10 at the 39. Kyren Williams runs up for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 at the Niners 35. Incomplete pass to Whittington. 3rd and 6, incomplete pass to Kyren Williams. And on 4th and 6, Cardi comes out to attempt a 53-yard field goal, and it is no good. Wide right. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Exactly.
Yeah,
Mike, the 49ers are finally not on the bad side of special teams woes.
Right, exactly, right. And even the bad things that happen to us on special teams, we recover the muffs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, like the ball has to eventually bounce our way, and we were getting them finally, man. We were finally getting them. So it felt so good to see. And that won't be the end of this kicker's woes in this game, their kicker. So it was fantastic. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Ellis says, I'm upset that NFL flex Niners Bucks. I was going to the game, but I'm the sound engineer at my local church evening service. Is that like a 4 p.m.? I guess that would be a 4 p.m. start in Tampa, right? Dang. Well, if it makes you feel any better, it should help the Niners because it's more used to that's 1 p.m. here. So it does help their bodies play a little better, hopefully, if it makes you feel better. That sucks you have to miss out, though. I do apologize for that. That sucks. Okay, so they get the missed field goal, and then they take over, right at the spot, the 49ers 43, basically at midfield. They start with McCaffrey for a 2-yard run, Jones, incomplete pass, and on 3rd and 8, he attempts a pass to Tonjes, doesn't catch it, but the Rams are flagged for pass interference, so they get 6 yards and a first down. Jones hits Kendrick Bourne deep for 19 yards, down to the Rams 30. McCaffrey for 2 yards, 2nd and 8. Robinson for 5 yards, 3rd and 3. Jones hits who else but Kendrick Bourne for another 10 yards, all the way down to the Rams 13-yard line. 1st and 10, McCaffrey for 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Jones hits Bourne again for 6 yards, and on 1st and goal from the 3, he hits McCaffrey runs again for 2 yards, the second time last night, I should say, that McCaffrey got 1 yard shy of the end zone. And this is the play you're talking about, Mike. 2nd and goal, they hand off to Juszczyk, who looked like he was going to be lead blocker, and gets absolutely blown up by Fisk in verse for a yard loss. Damn, it was close. So then
I was so excited about that play because I called it. I was like, all right, guys, you know what's coming here. They're gonna give it the juice right here instead. And I say it all the time. While I expected the play, Juice is not a running guy. Like, it's just not his strength at all. But it was him trying to catch him off guard. You know what I mean? So I applaud it. Kyle was in his bag, man. He was really, really working. He's been in his bag since the second half of the Jaguars game, especially with the play calling and all that. So he was trying out there. I like it.
I agree. I agree. And yeah, Terradome, where's Jim Everett? Where is he when you need him, right? Okay, so 2nd and goal, I believe. Yes. So now it's 3rd and goal. And unfortunately, Jones, incomplete pass intended for DeMarcus Robinson in the end zone. And this was the play where Jared Verse was all over him. I think it was Jared Verse. And the belly flop screenshot that I showed you guys a few minutes ago. And Jones just straight up didn't get up. I mean, I'm thinking, holy crap. He immediately grabbed at his knee. And I'm thinking, holy crap, did this dude just tear his ACL? Like, did we just watch him go down? And I was so upset because he had been playing so well all night. Were you under the same impression, Mike? Did you think this was a serious injury?
This is when he was pulling on that.
Yeah.
So I was ahead of myself. I apologize about that. This is when he was pulling on the brace really hard, and I was like, oh, man, what's going on? So at first, I thought what you thought because he grabbed that knee. Like, you see both hands just go right to it immediately. And then you start to see more as they're showing him, and he's sitting up and he's kind of like trying to pull. It looks like it was like just too tight. I don't know if it's metal and it got bent into his
or like it like pinched his skin maybe.
Yeah. So I felt a lot better after I saw that happen.
Yeah.
Saw him pulling on it. I mean, I felt better. Like his knee is okay.
I mean, he's sitting down there grabbing his leg, and then they go to commercial. So I'm like refreshing my X feed like crazy for the reporters that are at the game. I'm like, tell me he's okay. Tell me they're not bringing the card out. Tell me something, man. Like, we can't have Adrian Martinez go into this game. And even though he may be good, who knows? Purdy was good and he was completely unexpected. But I feel like we're asking a lot of the universe to bless us with that happening again. So I'm on X and I see like Jennifer Lee Chan, like, hey, Jones just jogged off and he's sitting on the sideline. He's not even sitting on the bench. He's not even in the blue tent. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's good. And in the meantime, Eddy Piñeiro goes out there and, of course, drills a field goal. There was one that was very close. I don't think it was this one, though. This was a 20-yarder, and it put the 49ers up 20-7. Thinking, okay, I would have much preferred 24-7, but I'll take 20-7. Feels pretty comfortable. I'm sure you're feeling the same way.
Absolutely, right? You always want touchdowns instead of field goals, but, you're going to take points. That was the thing, right? Just continue to score on the drives. He said, whose house? Is that what that comment was with the crickets back there? I got you, Terradome. Huh? Except the thing was, it wasn't quiet. When they were saying whose house, they were saying Niners. Like, you could hear it. It was to the point where even in overtime, Al Michaels finally said something positive in favor of the Niners.
Right,
He's like,
right.
they got a PA guy here that likes to scream whose house. He was like, you might not want to do that anymore in here. And that was before the game was even over.
Right.
Like,
he said, something along the lines of like, turns out the Rams find out they just rent it. It's actually the Niners' house. That was a pretty funny line. That was a pretty good line by Al Michaels. And there's a bunch of people that are claiming, hey, they're piping noise in here because there's videos going around to the crowd completely silent, and all you hear is deafening cheers. It's like, all right, come on. So, all right, it's 17-7 with 6:30 left in the third quarter. Rams get the ball, start the drive at their own 31, incomplete pass on first down. Stafford hits Tutu Atwell for 34 yards on second down. Marcus Siegel in coverage, and Yetur Gross-Matos gets injured on the play. Looked like a hamstring injury or something. Kyle said today he's going to miss some time, it sounds like. Matt Stafford, 1st and 10 from the Niners 35, hits Nakua for 16 yards. They're all the way down to the 19. Just like that. Like 3 plays, and suddenly they're inside our 20-yard line. Incomplete pass to Blake Corum. 2nd and 10. Nakua for 11 yards. 1st and goal. Williams for 7 yards. And then 2nd and goal at the 1. Stafford hits Nakua for a touchdown. Mike, did you have the same thoughts of this play that I had? If you remember, Nakua and Adams are lined up to the right, and they both run what I know I've seen the 49ers get flagged for OPI.
Illegal pick.
Times. Yes.
Yeah, and by the way, Adams did that all night long in the second half.
All night. He did not even attempt to run a route on this play. He just immediately started blocking.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And this one, it was only on one person. Later on, he does it against 2 different people. And this was, I think they were in a goal-to-go situation in that one. And it was just painfully obvious. And I'm like, why aren't they calling this? But again, it was clear to me that we weren't going to get any more favorable calls in this game. So
Right. And
that's going to come back up later on. I'll bring it up when the time is right.
Right. And you just got to kind of tip your hat to like the veteran savviness of Devontae Adams to know what he can do and can't get away with. But it just pissed me off knowing I've seen George Kittle and Ayuk and 49ers receivers get flagged for that so many times. But of course, it's fucking Bill Vinovich. He's not going to flag the 49ers opponents. So they get in the end zone. Suddenly it's 20-14. A few minutes ago, they were almost up 17, like Ryan says. Instead, they're only up 6. And it's like, damn, okay, this is a much closer game than I thought. And the next drive, 49ers start at their own 27. And
I think this is the drive where we get all the wide receiver confused. I think this is the one.
I think you're right. Yeah. So start off the drive with the penalty on McKivitz for a false start. So you're already 1st and 15. And then Kendrick Bourne for 6 yards. Luke Farrell for 8 yards. And on 3rd and 1, Jones gets stuffed. So 4th and 1, they go for it. They get it with the Jones sneak. 1st and 10 from the 38. McCaffrey for 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Juice for 5. And I believe they had spotted this as a first down at first. And then Sean McVay challenged it. And then they were like, oh, we're going to use replay assist, if I remember correctly, right? This was the second time tonight.
This was his second challenge that wasn't actually an official challenge. He challenged the kickoff because Garindo fumbled it.
Yes.
Right? But they ruled forward progress. So normally
you can't
they say you
can't
progress. Challenge it, right? But they stopped the game for a full minute and a half.
Let him
have a
talk
conversation with him. Yeah. While he's holding the challenge flag, he never officially threw it, but he should have been charged a timeout because they stopped that game. They stopped the game for it. That should have counted as a challenge. And then here he does it again, never officially dropping the challenge flag. But Sean McVay is the only person in the NFL that can actually just hold the flag and say, hey, I want to talk to you guys. Hey, this is my conversation flag. It's not a challenge flag unless I drop it. I want to talk to you guys. And they were like, oh, well, we triggered the replay in the booth. And, yeah, so he's right.
You're right. He's short. And mind you, just the juxtaposition of just last week, the refs telling Kyle Shanahan, you don't even have the option to decline this penalty. Sorry. We messed up on that. Yeah, it should have been
a penalty. And they later come back and say, yeah, our bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
They ended up scoring a touchdown on that drive, but sorry. Sean McVay just got to do whatever the hell he wants. It's my understanding that when you challenge an unchallengeable play, that's a penalty. Because you're supposed to know what you can and can't challenge. And I've seen coaches throw a challenge flag for things that you're not able to, and it's a flag. It's a penalty. So instead, they just helped him out and gave him a replay assist. So instead of a first down, it is now 3rd and 1. And wouldn't you know it, McCaffrey gets stuffed for a 3-yard loss. And 4th and 4, right at the 44, and the 49ers punt. And I'm thinking, oh boy, I can feel all the momentum changing, Mike. It's all now. It was a 17-point game a few minutes ago. Now it's a 6-point game. We're punting to them. Here we go, man. They're gonna take the lead, and they did just about that. They got the ball at their own 12-yard line, and he hits Nakua for 9 yards, hits Davis Allen for 4 yards, and on first down, incomplete pass. Second down, 9 yards to Williams. 3rd and 1.
There's a Devontae Adams play in here in this drive, if I'm not mistaken, right? Well, we'll get to it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, a catch or an incomplete pass?
There's a catch that he has
Gotcha.
in this one. I think it's this drive. 1st
and 10 at the Rams 37, and Stafford's incomplete pass to Mumfield. But Lenore, is flagged again for holding, so they get another 5 yards and a first down. And then 1st and 10 at the 42, Stafford passed deep to Devontae Adams for 26 yards, and they flag CJ West for illegal use of hands, but the penalty was declined.
Yeah, so I thought that when I heard the flag came out, Devontae Adams pushed all the way off. He extended his arm all the way, and I was like, yes, it's coming back. It's coming back. Like, I'm applauding on the Patreon. I'm like, yeah, you guys, like,
even
I told
Al
you, like, he
Michaels
pushed
said
off.
This one's coming back.
Yeah, he extended his arm all the way and went the opposite direction to catch that ball. And I'm like, yeah, good. And then it was like, wait a minute, on West? Like, what?
Right.
I just couldn't believe what was happening. Like, and again, I had already just accepted the fact that the officials weren't on our side. But, like, this was just blatant. I'm like, how are they ignoring that? Like, the guy who caught the ball, no one saw that? Like, that's the route that you're like, bro, I was so pissed. Oh, I was so pissed off.
It was insane. It was absolutely insane. And we'll get into the hypocrisy, in my opinion, of the Rams fans that are bitching about the last call. No call, I should say. But we'll get into that. So the Rams end up at the 49ers 32. Stafford hits Adams again for 24 yards. They're down to the 49ers 8 after an incomplete pass. It's 2nd and goal from the 8, and Stafford finds Kyren Williams for a touchdown. D. Winters was very close to breaking that up, at least maybe from the angle that I had on TV. It looked like he almost broke that up, but Williams gets in the end zone, and wouldn't you know it, it's a tie game. Except it's not. The 49ers block the extra point. Cardi goes up there to play the extra point, and Jordan Elliott's big-ass hand is there, and he blocks that shit. And instead of it being 21-20, it's 20-20. And boy, does that come back to help the 49ers later. Because, so, 20-20 with, 10:39 left in the fourth quarter. And again, boy, is it good to be on the receiving end of some special teams blunders and not on the giving end, because the 49ers so many times have helped their opponents with just fuck up after fuck up after fuck up on special teams. And for once, I mean, if you guys just take a zoom out and look, they had a kick blocked. Did they have a kick blocked last week against the Colts? I don't remember for sure, but they had two blocked 2 weeks ago. Yeah. One of which was just a normal kick block. The second of which was returned for a touchdown at the end of the game. That won the Rams the game, or I should say lost the Rams the game. Yeah. Eagles won on that. I think the Rams would have won if they made it.
If he makes it, yeah.
Yeah, but instead, the Eagles hang on and win by more. So this has been a reoccurring issue for the Rams kicker, Cardi. So, and their special teams unit, I should say. Comes up
Who
big
blocked
tonight.
that kick again?
Jordan Elliott, baby.
Yeah, Elliott, yeah.
Big ass paw in the middle of that.
Defensive linemen doing their thing, man, earning the stripes, man. I
exactly.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Exactly. So, okay. 49ers get the ball. I'm thinking, all right, let's go win this thing. Can we go on a 10-minute drive here? Can we go on an 8-minute drive here? Like, we got this, you know. Unfortunately, they had other plans. They get the ball, touchback to the 35. Tonjes for 2 yards. McCaffrey for no gain. Just like that, it's 3rd and 8. And an incomplete pass. Did they really just go 3 and out for the first time all night after they tied the game, Mike? I'm like, okay. So they have to punt. And
wait. What was the time? What was the time of possession on that drive? It was like 12 seconds or something like that, right? This is when I was like, come on.
3 plays, 2 yards, 1 minute and 28 seconds.
Oh, man, it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt so much, man. And maybe this wasn't the shortest one of the three. I swear they had a 12-second drive. At
that
one
last
of
drive
things.
of regulation where they had 3 runs at the goal line, on their own goal line, and then timeout, maybe.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, maybe it was that one.
So they have to punt, and not a great punt, 35 yards, and the Rams get the ball at their own 30 with a 2-yard return. So first and 10, incomplete pass. Second and 10, 9-yard pass. 3rd and 1, incomplete pass. But, I'm sorry. The Rams have to punt as well. So they trade 3 and outs, and the 49ers get the ball back with 8:04 left in the fourth quarter. Tie game. Mac Jones, incomplete pass to start, but no worries. Who else? KB on second down for 9 yards. Now, they're backed up all the way at their 2. This is that punt, if you remember. I think Sky Moore thought it was going to go out of bounds, and then it kind of curved back in and then took a Rams roll, perfectly stopped right at the 2-yard line. It's like, fucking hell, man. We can't catch a break tonight. We cannot catch it. As bad as their kicker was, their punter was pretty good. So a lot is being asked of them to go 98 yards right now with a hobbled Mac Jones. But a couple plays later, it's 3rd and 1 at their own 11, and he hits KB for 18 yards. 18 yards. 1st and 10 at the 29. Short pass to Juszczyk for 4 yards. Brian Robinson gets a yard on the ground. 3rd and 5. Jones hits McCaffrey for a 16-yard catch and run. 1st and 10 at midfield, incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Jones hits Bourne for another 10 yards. 1st and 10 at the 40 of the Rams, incomplete pass, but McKivitz is flagged for an eligible man downfield. This looked like a broken play. I don't know if you remember this, Mike. Jones snapped. It looked like he was supposed to hand off, but I don't know if McCaffrey's on the wrong side. Jones rolls out to the side where there's no receivers. Then he just kind of chucks the ball at the ground. I don't know what happened there. So do you have something to say?
No. I said, yeah, no, you're right. That was a broken play. Yep.
Yeah, it was weird. It's unfortunate because they got the penalty drawn on it. So then it's 1st and 15, incomplete pass to Robinson. 2nd and 15, hits Tonjes for 4 yards. And on 3rd and 11, he is almost sacked, just barely gets the ball out to Tonjes. Piñeiro comes out at the Rams' 41-yard line and attempts a 59-yard field goal. Kyle Shanahan later said, I debated punting. I debated going for it. I figured, you know what? Let's just see what the kid's got. And Piñeiro goes out there and fucking drills just barely a 59. He had the distance. That thing probably would have been good from 65, but the accuracy was literally like it scraped. Whew. Talk about a game of inches, man.
So if I'm not mistaken, that was a career long for him, right?
It was, correct.
Because I think prior to that, it was like a 55-yarder with the Panthers or something, right? And so I've been learning, because I tuned into Good Morning Football this morning just to see if they had anything positive to say about the Niners. And I'm like, the kicker did so good, Mac Jones did so good. Like, they got to say something positive. And the segment that I tune into, they give it to Kyle Brandt, and they're like, hey, man, what'd you think of the Niners, right? Like, they're really impressive. He was like, Taylor Swift dropped an album.
Oh, my God.
And I was
Tell
like,
me about
wait.
it. It was
I'm like,
so
wait,
annoying.
what? Did he just say that? And
Yeah.
so, like, they try to reel Kyle Brandt back in, and they were like, but the Niners, like, they shocked the world, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah. And she's got, like, explicit, like, tracks on here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I watching right now? Like, is this real?
Yeah. I
So
saw
then,
the same exact clip.
yeah, so then later on, they're talking on the same show, like just a couple minutes later, and they're like, the kicker drilled his career long and blah, blah, blah. He's like, I hate these new kicking balls. Like, everyone's kicking for forever. During the 49ers Rams segment, they play a clip of Vic Fangio complaining about how these new balls for kickers are ruining the game because now everybody can kick a 63, 64, 65-yarder like it's nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching right now? Like, I can't believe, like, this is what they're doing. So I was just like, I was completely over it, man. Teo, yes, Manti was out there doing his best to give the 49ers their flowers, and I believe her name is Lindsay. She was trying to reel Kyle in, but Kyle just wasn't having it. That show, If you guys wanted positivity, like they
It's
are
gone.
missing. What's my man's name? He was doing
Peter.
the state of the
Peter
franchise.
Schrager.
Peter Schrager. Like, if you guys wanted positivity on that show about the Niners, man, Peter Schrager was the one doing it. I clearly see it now. Like, it's incredible how like once I was like, yep, turning this shit off right now.
That
was
show
terrible.
I used to watch every morning. Kay Adams, Peter Schrager, Kyle Brandt. Boy, has it gone downhill. I mean, and it's sad to say because I used to really like it. I turned it on this morning too, Mike. I don't watch it anymore. I wake up at 5-ish, turn on the news while I'm getting ready. This morning, I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling fucking good. The Niners won last night. Let's see what Good Morning Football has. And I saw that same exact segment. It said explicit on this track and, Taylor Swift. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? This is
Like,
NFL Network. This is Good Morning Football. And you're talking about a Taylor Swift album that came out last night?
Right, like save it for the Chiefs segment or something like that.
Right.
Like, what do you like? She's asking a direct question about the Niners, and he's like, Taylor Swift dropped an album at midnight. Like, what? Yeah. So I don't know. It was pissing me off, bro.
Fuck off.
There you go. He's absolutely right. Pterodome, man. Phenomenal comment right there, man. Phenomenal comment. You guys, this is why 49ers content creators thrive the way that they do, because the national media just shits on us constantly. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Yep. Let's see. We got a super chat here from our guy Nigel. Who is Zach's dog of the game? Play the remix.
Well, we'll get to his dog of the game at the end of it. So.
Yes, sir. We're almost there. Errol, when it comes to 49ers, I don't watch any TV shows. I only watch you guys and John Chapman. Fuck bitch ass Grant, by the way. Appreciate it. I thoroughly enjoy John Middlecoff. I liked it when he was with Haberman and Middlecoff. I still watch him with the volume. But even last night, I got to say I was a little disappointed because I go to take a shower after the game and I'm hyped, and he does a live stream and I'm like, oh, let's see what he's talking about. He opens up with like 15 minutes of ranting about Kyle Shanahan and his lack of care for his own players and injuries, and how if you're a player with the 49ers and you hold out for a contract, he 1000% believes that you should and supports it because your risk of getting injured while playing for Kyle Shanahan is just substantially higher than being injured on any other team. Therefore, you need to get your money. But I mean, it was like a 10 to 15 minute rant about malpractice, putting Purdy out there when he wasn't fully healthy last week, and now he's out longer. And I'm thinking Mac Jones probably just played the best game of his NFL career by far, but the best game a backup quarterback has come in and played without any starters on a short week on the road. And this is what we're talking about? Like, okay. So I hear you, Ellis. It's a little discouraging, but shout out to Haberman, who is now filling in for Guy sporadically. He still has his college games that he's calling, so he doesn't call every game.
Did you say Haberman is filling in for Guy?
Sorry.
I thought his name was Guy Haberman.
Sorry. Filling in for Papa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're right. Okay. Back to this game. Enough of the sidetrack.
Wait. Is his name actually Guy, though? Like, is that his real name, or is that short for something?
As far as, what is Guy short for? Guyton?
It could be like a like an ethnic name that is hard to pronounce, so they shorten it to like Guy.
Pretty sure he's
like,
white.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not like Polish or like Ukrainian or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was just asking. It's cool. If we don't know, we don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Guy. I don't know him.
I'll go to the Googles. Let's go to the Googles. All right, you can go ahead. You can continue.
Okay. So the 49ers take the lead, a 23-20 lead, and they kick the ball off with 2:52 left. Piñeiro kicks. They get a touchback, start at the 35. Stafford hits Nakua for 11 yards. Stafford's just fucking dealing on this drive, pretty much the whole second half. But once he locked in on those last 2 to 3 drives, hits Nakua for 11 yards, Adams for 18 yards. Marcus Siegel's in coverage on both of those, by the way. Hits or incomplete pass on 1st and 10 at the Niners 36. But Lenore is flagged again for holding. This is his third holding penalty of the game.
Yeah. I think one of them was real, and I don't think it was this one. One of them I was like, okay, I could see it, but it was just they were being so ticky-tack with these guys.
Right. Yeah. So they get, let's see, first down at the 49ers 31. Just like that, they got the ball with 2:52. There's one 56, and they're already down to the 49ers 31-yard line. And Kyren Williams busts a run. He gets around the edge. Nobody had contained. 20-yard run, just like that. They're down to the 49ers 11-yard line with 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Kyren Williams up the middle for 4 yards. There's a penalty on Mykel Williams, illegal use of hands, half the distance to the goal. Mike, did you see an illegal use of hands by Mykel Williams? Hands to the face?
Not only didn't I see it, the commentators who had been all on the sides of the Ram all night long were like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know where it is. I mean, I don't even think he got to like the neck area. It was like
no, it was
top
perfect,
shoulder pads.
Perfect coordination.
Yeah.
Was it a little high? Yes, but he's a big guy. So he's holding him up higher because he's a bigger guy. It was perfect, in my opinion, perfect form. Mm-hmm. But ball don't lie, and we'll see that a couple plays.
That's exactly what I yelled. I'm on the Patreon. My man Mike NY to the Bay joined me for the first time, I think, all season maybe. And he was like, that's it. It's fucking over. It's fucking. I said, nah, ball don't lie, bro. Ball don't lie. I'm telling y'all we're winning this game, bro. I never lost faith. I don't know what was into me. You know, I've been saying this since our overreaction show about the Jaguars. I'm like, the Niners are going to win this game.
Yeah,
I never lost faith, even in that moment.
Chat, even in the group chat, you're texting us saying, nope, I got him. Like, the Niners are going to win this.
Yeah, so it was incredible.
Yeah, so because of that penalty, that BS penalty, it's now 1st and goal from the Niners 3-yard line. Kyren Williams runs to about the fucking half-yard line. I mean, you could probably fit a couple index cards. Do you remember that clip of Gene Steratore putting the index cards for the first down out of his pocket? We're talking that close to the end zone. And who else but big Alfred Collins at a UT goes in there and punches that baby out. I mean, gets Williams' face mask, incidental contact, by the way. It's not a penalty, you dumbass Rams fans that keep saying, we were robbed of a penalty on that play. Knocks that out, and not only does he knock it out, he scoops it up like the big-ass bear that he is and falls on it. I mean, talk about... This has to be up there with the Dre Greenlaw stop at the goal line, thriller in Seattle. Talk about a defensive stop, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, come on. We got to give him a bomb or something on that one, right? I mean, the crazy thing is this. I saw him. That play was moving in slow motion for me. I was on the edge of my seat. I'm sitting here telling everybody, like, ball don't lie. Have faith, guys. Like, it's okay. It's okay. And I see him, like, diving over, and I see the fist. It was a legit fist. It wasn't like he was reaching to make a tackle and accidentally knocked it out. He was going for the punch out, but I didn't think he got it. And then I see the Niners, like, I'm like, wait, what? Did he actually get it out? And I'm like, wait, did he actually get it out? I was like, we got the fucking ball. I did my scream again. We got the fucking ball. And I'm going crazy because I see the Niners fans, the Niners players going crazy.
Right.
And then here come the officials, and I see the signal. I'm like, oh my God, we actually got it out, man. So, wow. Collins, man, forced fumble and the recovery, which is something that we don't see a lot of. Fred Warner will punch him out and someone else usually recovers him, right? This guy punched it out and just dove right on top of it, man. I mean, what a play, man. I was so happy for the 49ers. And at that point, if I'm not mistaken, it was 23-20? Is that what the score was?
Correct.
And so I'm like, oh my God, we're going to go on a long drive here. Because in my halftime show, I said, what happens when the Niners are backed up at their own 90 and got to go 99 yards? Touchdown, field goal, we're going to score, right? And so it's happening here. I'm like, I told you guys you were going to win by 6. Now I'm smelling myself. Now all of a sudden I'm like, I'm here now, right? Like we got the turnover at the 1. We're going to take it off. We're going to go out there. We're going to get this field goal. The game's going to be over. We're going to win by 6 like I've been saying all week long. And now I'm going to turn it back over to my man, Zach.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm thinking, oh, my God, like the game's over. And then Kirk Herbstreit immediately kills my vibe because you don't listen to the game, Mike. But literally seconds after Collins gets this fumble recovery, he goes, now, Al, my mind goes to, let's see, 1 minute and 7 seconds. The Rams have all 3 timeouts. The Niners are probably going to run it 3 straight times. They're going to call 3 straight timeouts. The Rams are going to get the ball back. For anybody thinking that the Rams just lost, that's not true. And I'm thinking, fuck, man. Like, come on. I was thinking we got this.
Yeah.
And then just totally killed my vibe. But he was right. He was right. And did you think Kyle Shanahan got too conservative there by running it 3 straight times into the teeth of the defense?
So I want to remind you that I said that the game was moving in slow motion for me at this point, from the punch out and even this whole drive, right? And in the moment, like on second down when he didn't pass, I was like, come on, Kyle, you got to attempt one of them. I didn't want him to do it on third down. But immediately after the second down play, I said, you know what? That was the right decision. And here's why. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, he got way too conservative, blah, 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 blah. I want to remind you guys of all the ticky-tack penalties they were calling on the 49ers for this entire second half. The fourth quarter, I think the Niners had 4 or 5 penalties on them. One penalty while we're in that end zone, they get 2 points and they get the ball back, and now they just need a field goal to win. And think about the long throws that they did on the previous drive just to get to that 1-yard line. They were passing. They didn't call the pass interference on Adams, and I was like, you know what? So in the moment, second down, oh, come on, Kyle. Like, don't get too conservative. And then they call the timeout, and I'm like, oh, shit, they only got 1 timeout left. Right? And now all of a sudden I see the advanced analytics, and this is what Kyle was talking about. Well, he didn't say it in this game, but this is what we've heard Kyle talking about with, I have a team of people that say this is what we should be doing here. We should run the ball. We shouldn't run the ball. Because one incomplete pass or a penalty, it stops the clock, and it gives them so much more time. And so I was actually happy just by the time third down came. I was actually happy that Kyle ran the ball 3 times. So I wish that we had better blocking and could have converted. Absolutely, right? Like 100%. But there's no way that we should have put that ball in the air. Under no circumstance should we have thrown that ball. And that's not revisionist history. That's not hindsight and all that stuff because I know the outcome of the game. I felt it in that moment. I thought that was genius by Kyle Shanahan.
I was hoping first down, come out and try and do a quick slant. Like something really high percentage. You're not going to fuck up. You're not going to get it. But also, and Kyle Shanahan, I'm not trying to sound like a genius, said this in the postgame after, my mind goes back to the Cardinals game where they did get flagged for holding in the end zone. They were on their own half-yard line. I mean, when Morstead had to punt, he's literally standing at the back of the end zone. He has an inch behind him of room to move. So I get the logic. And like you said, Mike, the Rams left that drive with no timeouts. They went into it with all 3. They left with none.
Yeah. And so you also have to think about this, people, right? While we're at home and we're watching, we're emotionally charged because of the turnover. You got to think about how the offense feels. Guys, we let them down. We should have scored a touchdown instead of getting the field goal at the end there. This would have made the game a lot better for us, blah, 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 blah. They're deflated as the Rams are marching down the field. Right? Like the offense is probably like, damn, we let it down, man. We let this one slip away. And so, yes, we get the turnover, but that doesn't just erase how the offense feels because there's only 36 seconds between the turnover and then us getting back on the field, right? Like it's just the play clock starts and we got to get back out there, right? You get the 38, whatever, however long it is, the seconds of that play clock. But now we switch offense and defense units. They're still a little deflated. You can't go out there and just expect to pass. They're hurt. They're down right now, and odds are they probably were going to try. Being backed up like that, they're going to hold a little bit longer than what they should, just naturally. So that way, if it was a pass play, they're going to hold a little bit longer to make sure it's not a sack. And either way, it's a bad look for the Niners. So I think Kyle did the right thing there.
Yeah. Ryan Jones says, is there a possibility they could have deliberately taken a safety to back the Rams with worse field position after the punt? Rams are on the 50.
I did consider that. I even said it. I said I wouldn't be mad if we purposely took a safety. I wouldn't be mad if they called a shotgun play and let Mac Jones run around the end zone. Think back to the Niners-Ravens Super Bowl. Think back to that Niners-Ravens Super Bowl. The Ravens were comfortable enough with their defense ability to stop the 49ers offense. They ran around and made that game, I believe it was 36-32 or something like that at that point in time, but they had more confidence in their defense. Our defense had just let them march down the field. And so I did think about it, but that wouldn't have been enough time for our defense to rest. Our defense was gassed on that drive, and they were also deflated when you have your top guy in Diamondor Lenoir getting called for big penalties on the previous drive. I did consider it, but again, this was slow motion to me. I'm processing real time. I'm saying all of this live on the show. So it was like, no, maybe we shouldn't do the safety, but I did consider it.
To me, taking the safety is coaching to not lose, because you're already assuming they're going to get points. So you're just hoping that this is the lesser of two evils, right?
Right.
I think that you give up a safety, you punt, they can win it with a field goal now. Like, whereas before, the best they could do is tie it with a field goal. And they had been marching down the field the whole second half, pretty much since halfway through the second quarter. So I was not, third quarter, I should say. It did cross my mind, but I'm thinking absolutely no way. They got to try and get one good rush out of this. Maybe they can get 5-6 yards and then maybe attempt to pet, but no. I mean, 3 straight runs, negative, where they go, 3 plays, 2 yards, and it only chewed up.
I was going to say, I was going to say they barely went 2 yards. Yeah. So
3 plays, 2 yards, 23 seconds.
Yeah. But here's something that was weird. How long did you say it took?
23 seconds.
Think about this for a second. They were just running plays. You snap, you hand off, and an immediate timeout. How did they take that long? There's no 7-second run. Think about that. Those 3 runs took 22 seconds. How did that happen? And like they were slow developing run plays. It was like, dance around, lean forward, get the 1 yard, lean forward, get no yard, run, dance, lean forward, get 1 yard. And that's how you end up with 2 yards on 3 runs in 22 seconds. I thought it was genius. I really do think that it was like some chess that turned the game into chess and not just regular football, man.
Right.
I thought that was very good positioning there.
Right. It's a great point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, 3 plays, 26 seconds, 23 seconds. So after the 3 and out, after the fumble recovery, the Morstead punts from his own end zone, from the 49ers' own end zone, and it's a 50-yard punt. Get a good one out of him. And
which is not a good one, by the way. Like that, I felt like that ball should have went further. That's true, but I just felt like that ball could have went a lot further than that. I was very like, oh come on, like we needed a better one here. Like,
I agree.
Now the hang time was high. I think that was intentional. I think they wanted to put it up and make the guy fair catch and like just go down right there. I think that's what the goal was.
Yeah. So 50-yard punt, and Smith gets it at the Niners 37, or excuse me, at the Rams 47, and gets all the way to the Niners 37 for 16 yards.
Was this the point with the penalty though?
Yes, Trey Brown gets flagged for holding, and it is enforced at the Niners 40. So instead
this is what I didn't understand. If the punt went to the 50 and there's a holding penalty, how do they gain yardage?
It's where
the return.
The penalty happened. So it's 10 yards from where the penalty happened. They get backed up from there. So the penalty happened at the 50. So they got back, or excuse me, at the 40, at the Niners 40. So it got backed up to midfield.
Because they were confused on this also. This took a little bit of time for them to figure out where to put the ball, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't that on this
I think so,
on this
but
play?
that's usually how it works, is it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it happened at the Niners 40. So you back them up 10 yards. You kind of throw away the return. It doesn't matter. Where the holding happened was at the Niners 40-yard line. So it's 10 yards back from there.
If he had have done a fair catch at the 50,
that's a good question.
do they back it up 10? I'm just kidding.
I think so. I still think so, yeah.
Okay, so if he did do a fair catch, because he had a decent return. He got to the 30-something, right? You said 37 or something like that, 39?
Yeah, Niners 37-yard line.
So he had a decent return. That's a 13-yard return, right? That's a 13-yard return.
Like he caught it at the Rams 47. So
I thought he got it at the 50. Okay. So then, okay. All right. Yeah, so, all right, I get it. I guess it does help overall. I really wish that it was a fair catch, but, I digress. So
the Rams take over midfield. Incomplete deep pass to Nacua, and boy, was that close. Who else but Lenore broke that up with his hand? Mike, I don't know if you remember that play, but deep pass.
I do.
Just
and
barely.
The commentator said that wasn't even Lenore's guy. Lenore was on Adams, saw the play and dropped back. I don't know if you remember, but the safe, who was it? Who was it that was on Nacua?
Siegel, I'm pretty sure.
Siegel was behind him. He was behind him. That was the game right there. If Lenore doesn't drop back and release off of Adams, that's game.
Damn.
That's game. So like
Walk-off
what a
touchdown.
heads up. Yes, what a heads up play by Diamador Lenore right there to keep the Niners in it. That play is so underrated, man, because that was not his assignment. That was not his guy, and he went out there and made a play. What the fuck was Siegel do? I don't ever want to see Siegel in coverage. I said it. I say it all the time. I've been saying it all year long, right? When the quarterbacks throw the deep one and it's a safety back there, it's not good. It is not good.
Right.
So
it's been ugly. We got a super chat from Dutch 3K5. Do we make a play for Hendrickson, even if it's 1 year? I promise you we'll get to this. We're just almost done with the recap.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. So 2nd and 10, incomplete pass deep down the field to Devontae Adams. 3rd and 10, Stafford hits Williams for 7 yards. It's 4th and 3. I'm thinking, oh my God, we just got to get one more stop and the game is over. The game is over. And we get another one of those fucking rubber routes just about. It's not quite to the same extent, but from what I remember, Devontae kind of goes in and shields Williams, who's underneath him, more infield. Williams is wide open across the middle of the field for 13 yards when they only needed 3. So then, do you have something to say?
Another one of those stupid pick plays, like that they just refuse to call all night long. I had never seen it happen like this before. This was his 3rd time doing it. It seems like that's what Adams' job was.
Right.
Like I think they use that veteran, high respected number 1 wide receiver in the NFL for however many years, right? Like he's not going to make those kind of mistakes. If he's running a route, it's got to be a real route. Like he had never been used that way, so why would he be used that way now? That's McVay though. McVay is a clever, crafty mofo. Yep. Not for nothing. I love it. Yeah. I love it when you're, I love it. So McVay was in his bag also. I know that, those second half adjustments by the Rams and their offense, A1. Yep.
I agree, unfortunately. So it is now, they spiked the ball at the 49ers 30 with 13 seconds left. Remember, they don't have any timeouts. Niners take their last timeout with 12 seconds left. And 2nd and 10, incomplete pass to Adams, deep. 3rd and 10 with 2 seconds left. The Rams are forced to kick the field goal, and it's good. 48-yard. I'm thinking they're going to block it, and they almost did. Or he almost missed it. I forget which one this is. I think he almost missed it. Yeah, because this is the last point they scored. But it was going right, and then it was kind of centered back out. So 23-23, and they kicked the ball off, and Sky Moore suddenly has like a 38-yard return. It's like, where the hell is this shit? Maybe the Rams didn't care because the time was over, right? But 38-yard return, doesn't matter. Go to overtime. We go to overtime, and the Rams win the coin toss. Of course, they want to start on defense.
By the way, I don't know if you saw what happened in the confusion here. The refs fucked the Niners again with the coin toss. Now, yeah, we lost. And by the way, that's shame on Fred.
Stop calling tail or heads.
Heads. I've heard Fred Warner say tails never fails. I've heard him say that. So why did he call heads? I don't know. But aside from that, so the Rams win the coin toss, and Matt Stafford says defer.
Right, which you can't.
And so the refs are like, dude, you need to make a decision here. Like they coach him into what to like.
Right.
Never mind, man. No, it's like I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
On top of that, they don't even ask which way the Niners want to go. So then they had lined up to kick it, and then they literally had to switch it because they were like, "Oh, we didn't ask. Sorry about that."
And so during all of this, I'm pissed. I'm fuming. I'm like, they're helping them with the decision to make and blah 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 blah, right? Because normally when a team says defer, they kick off.
Yeah,
they kick off. We would have deferred to the second half. We want to receive the ball in the second half. So that means they're about to kick. So I'm thinking this is great because this is what we wanted, right? Like that. Oh, he's going on defense right now. Like that's what we want. Like that's great. Right? No, wrong. So then they line up and they switch to fields, and I'm like, oh my God, like they're screwing us. But little did I know that this kickoff was going to be beneficial for the Niners. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So we got a super chat here before I get it. Dutch 3K5. What's crazy is we have 0 INTs this year, but still dominating. I don't know if I'd use the word dominating, but they're winning. They're winning. I mean, if you would have told me 4 out of the 5 afternoon/evening, I would come away happy. I take that. I mean, I take that every time. 4 out of the first 5. I'm celebrating. I got my red tie on the next day at work. I'm all good. So the 49ers get the ball to start overtime. And wouldn't you know it, Cardi's little bitch ass tries that little dirty ball, and it doesn't get to the landing zone. Like, the worst time for that to happen. And they get the ball, they being the Niners, at the 40 to start the drive. They just have to go 60 yards to get into the end zone. Now, remember, new overtime rules. Both teams get a chance at it no matter what. The 49ers could not end it with a touchdown. The Rams were getting a touch at it no matter what. So, 1st and 10 from
You're
the 40.
thinking, I just want you to know, you're thinking just 60 yards for the end zone. I'm thinking 20 yards for a field goal.
Right, yeah. 20,
I'm thinking 20 yards for a field goal. That's all we need. That puts it at their 40.
Save.
You know what I'm saying? And we saw Eddie do it earlier.
Yep.
I was all with it. I was like, if they get to the 40, just 2 first downs are all we need. That's a 58-yard attempt. I can do it. Like, let's go. I was fired up there. I was like, that's what we needed right there. That's the break we needed.
Yep. So, 1st and 10, Mac Jones hits huge check for 12 yards. They're down to the 48 of the Rams already. Jones hits McCaffrey for another 15 yards. 1st and 10 at the 33. He hits Tonjes for another 6 yards. 2nd and 4 at the 27. He hits Tonjes for another 6 yards. 1st and 10, he hits McCaffrey for 7 yards. And then we start going backwards. 2nd and 3 at the 14. Sacked for 9-yard loss. 3rd and 12 at the 23. Incomplete pass to Tonjes as he's getting pressured. Eddy comes out for a 41-yard field goal. And again, not only just barely, he doinks it, but he doinks it inward. It's the good doink, not the bad doink. Doinks it inward, and it's good. I mean, I love how hyped Eddy gets after these kicks, by the way. He's over there fucking talking shit. And
he's like, yeah, fuck this shit. Fuck that shit. Like, he's cursing, and they got it on camera. They were like, okay, we know what he's saying.
Right.
Like, it was great. It was great. And I love seeing passion from skill, like from special teamers, right? Whether it's a punter or a kicker, I love seeing those guys fired up because they don't get many moments to do that.
No.
They don't.
Go ahead. Go.
No, I was going to say, it's cool if you get the walk-off win like he did a couple weeks ago and they hoist him up and all that stuff. That game wasn't over. He was firing up the defense. All right, I got y'all. Like, let's go. Fuck them. We could do this. He's firing up the defense now because they get a possession still.
Right. Yeah.
They're coming back out. He's firing up the defense. If that little dude can get that fired up, what is that? That energy in that moment is infectious. Hey, don't hold your heads because we stalled out on offense. I got y'all. This is what you brought me in for. Fuck them. Let's go get it. Yeah. I was fired up, man. I was fired up, bro.
And not only that, but like, he knows the history. He knows why he was brought in because Moody wasn't hidden. But how many teams are like looking for a new kicker and give you a shot? Like, almost none. Even the bad kickers, teams will stick with to try and work through. Cardi's having a ton of struggles. The Rams are going to stick by him. It took the Niners a year and a half of Moody being a piece of shit kicker before they finally moved off of him. So he has a huge opportunity here, and he's so excited and so like he just seems so grateful for it, and he's making the most of it. I couldn't be happier for him.
Yeah, and he is living up to what he said. I don't know if you remember when we acquired him. He said it was between Atlanta and the 49ers. He said, I wanted to go somewhere I was going to win games.
To win.
And I'll be damned if he hasn't done it. He himself has won the Niners 2 or 3 games already this year. So kudos to him, man. Good job,
he was 4
Eddie.
for 4 last night, including a career long for 59.
Yep.
So
kudos to him, man. I love it. Absolutely love it.
So they get the field goal. It's 26-23. Rams get the ball, start at their own 33. Stafford hits Nakua for 9 yards. Stafford hits Atwell for 38 yards. I forget who was in coverage here. I want to say Siegel, if my memory serves correctly, but they're all the way down to the Niners 20. Like, literally 3 plays. 3 plays, and they're down to the Niners 20-yard line. Excuse me. And I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. Incomplete pass to Tutu Atwell. I think he was going for the kill shot. Incomplete. Matt Stafford to Kyren Williams for 4 yards. And on 3rd and 6, he hears Williams for 5 yards. But he needed 6. And he threw this ball kind of down to the ground. I think Williams has a chance to get the first down if Matt Stafford throws him a better ball. To be fair, I think he was trying to protect Williams from getting hit over the middle. But D. Winters gets the stop. and it's 4th and 1 at the Niners' 11-yard line. And this process took 4 minutes. Rams come out, show what they're going to do. Niners take a timeout. Both teams come out. Rams try and get them to jump off sides. Nobody jumps. Rams take a timeout. And when they took a timeout, I text the group chat, and I'm like, I knew those bitches weren't going to snap it. Like, they're just going to kick the field goal, and we're going to go from here. I was wrong. They come back out a third time, and they snapped the ball, Mike. They snapped the ball, hand off to Kyren Williams. Boy, genius Sean McVay, his best play on 4th and 1 with the game on the line is let me run it right up the middle. To be fair, the Rams had one run all game long that did not gain any yards. And it was this one. It was this one on 4th and 1, baby. It was this one on 4th and 1. And who else but Lucas and Siegel and Collins and Williams and Lenore team up.
And Warner
Team up to stop Kyren Williams at the line of scrimmage. Woo!
Bro.
How you feeling, Mike?
Vindicated, happy, relieved. My wife comes out to yell at me, babe, do you know what time it is? We got work in the morning. The kids have school. And I'm like, I haven't even started my overreaction show yet, babe. Dude. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. So, I mean, oh, man, what a feeling, man. A hard-fought battle, literally down to the last second, right? And, you know, the best part of this whole thing was that the Niners, things that were going well for the Niners all season long, it took a flip. The penalties in the second half, right? You know, Robert Saleh has been the second half guru almost that has kept the Niners in games and won games for them in the second half, his second half adjustments. And it was the exact opposite in this game. I don't know if you want to chalk it up to Thursday Night Football. I said it in the halftime show. I said, if you guys think for a second that McVay and those guys are done, they're going to make some adjustments. But I said, I think it's going to be neutralized because so is Robert Saleh. I think Robert Saleh finally went into halftime this year and was like, I've been doing such a good job. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. It's working. And he didn't make the second half adjustments I wanted to see. I hated when they started running zone. I saw so much zone. And you have those guys, Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams out there and a shifty Atwell. And you have that veteran quarterback in Matt Stafford. You can't play zone on these guys all second half. They're going to pick you apart.
No.
They're going to pick you apart. I didn't understand what he was doing here. Like this, how I started the game, right? Like this secondary for the 49ers is built for man-to-man against these receivers. Like that's what they're built for here. You got to do it. You can't keep running zone out there. And we did it, and it failed. And we did it, and it failed. We did it, and it failed. It just too many times over and over. But man, it felt so good. They're going for it. They're going for the win. And, you know, this play reminds me of should Kyle have passed it when we were backed up on the one?
Uh-huh.
Right? Going for the win versus just kick the field goal and live to fight another down. You have no idea what's going to happen. There was plenty of time left in the period.
Who knows if Mac Jones could even go out another drive because he was all hobbled as it was.
Yeah, he's over there sucking on bananas and shit. Like he was fucked up, dude.
He was throwing up.
He was fucked up. Yeah. Like this guy was fucked and you go for it? Like that's when you decide to do it there? Like, and I get it, like, you know, your kicker hasn't had a good night. He's missed 2 kicks so far.
That was my thought. I think Sean McVay, sorry to cut you off, please.
No, that's good. Go. No, it's yours. Go.
My thought was I think Sean McVay literally had that, like, that's so Raven vision of the future of Cardi going out there and a kick getting blocked at the end for the second time in 3 weeks. And I think he thought, fuck that. I'm winning this on my offense. But the mistake he made was not putting the ball in his Hall of Fame quarterback to win it. You have Stafford, Nacua, Adams, and Atwell. The Niners were struggling to guard all night. If they split that bitch out, they probably win the game. I mean, the Niners just simply did not have the men to cover, the talent to cover. They were outmatched. But for some reason, his best play call was to run it right up the middle where the 49ers have their biggest and, you know, most talented players that are healthy, I should say. You got Collins, Kyren Williams, and behind them, Warner and Winters. And behind them, you got Siegel and Stout and Lenore And the 49ers basically rolled out their goal line defense on this 4th and 1, and it worked.
And here's the best part of it all, right? The Rams run out there. The Niners see the formation, and they call a timeout. Hey, defenders, catch your breath here. Catch your breath, right?
Yep.
And then Sean McVay runs his team back out there. And I'm like, he's just going to get us to jump. Don't jump. And you see Fred Warner run to the line. He puts his hands up.
Right.
I was looking at his toes. I'm like, you better not have been offside, you motherfucker. And then it's a timeout by them. Hey, defense, catch your breath. Guys, I'm telling you that the stars aligned perfectly. I don't think that we get that stop. Like you said, all night long, they didn't have a run that didn't gain at least 1 yard.
No.
All night long. But you know what else didn't happen all night long? The Niners defensive line didn't have 2 timeouts of gathering themselves and getting their stamina, saving their strength to stop a 1 yard run all night long. It took everything happening in that specific sequence for that moment to take place, man. I absolutely loved it. 100%
It was amazing.
Loved it, man.
It was amazing.
Yes.
And just shout out to the rookies really coming up big. You got Siegel, Alfred Collins, Mike Williams. I mean, if you look at that 4th down play, literally all of the rookies are in on it, right? Collins and Mike Hill get the initial stop. Siegel comes blasting from behind to get that secondary thump. Lenore's running around the edge to pull Williams down. It was just an amazing play. All out team effort, and you love to see it. This team feels like a team of destiny. I mean, I don't know. 4 out of 5, every single game has been one score, Mike. Every single game has come down to the last drive, no matter who has the ball. The 49ers they're finding ways to win these games that they're not supposed to win with their backup players, with their young rookies, with their injured backup players, on the road, on a short week. It doesn't fucking matter. They were 8.5-point dogs last night, and they won. Like, it's just, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And I think that a lot of people were ready to punt on the season after the Jags game and all the injuries, and they were, like they weren't 3-1. They're right in it. I mean, in my opinion, they're as good as, they're in the top tier of the NFC. I think they can hang with anyone in the NFC on their good days. So maybe that's the bias in me talking, but credit to Mac Jones because hell of a performance.
Yeah, absolutely. And that last super chat by Nigel that just popped up there, I'm going to give you the ching there, right, Nigel? I started my pregame show singing, I got a feeling, ooh, that tonight's going to be. And that was all because of my daughter. My daughter came to me. I was like, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. And then she starts singing the song. She's like, Dad, you should play that song when the game starts. And I said, you know what, baby, I will. And as soon as I went to Patreon, I played that song, and then I got another song, my other theme song, Bodies by Offset, is my theme for the Niners this year. So, like, that was like my get gritty, oh man. So, I started with Black Eyed Peas, and I took that into the pregame show, and it just, that energy, it just carried through. There were so many times, so many opportunities for the 49er fans to get demoralized before the game even started, right? 8.5-point dogs.
Yeah.
Vegas said, yeah, right? Like 8.5-point dogs, and we go out there and we win it outright. Forget covering the spread. We won outright, guys. And it took everything. It took, I'm talking about wide receivers 4, 5, and 6 on the roster, not 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 are out. Tight end 1, out. Guard 1, out, right? The offense, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's 5 starters on your offense not playing against supposedly your toughest opponent all season long. And we go to their house on a short week, so we really only got 2 days to practice for this game. We got 2 days because one day you got to spend traveling. Yep. And we get the win. Yep. Oh, man, what a feeling. What a feeling, man. Oh, man, I love it. I absolutely love it. It sucks that I don't get to see the 49ers on Sunday. I'm a little sad about it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little sad about it, but our team deserves this rest right now.
Yes,
they deserve to sit back. Yes, they deserve to sit back and get healthy. We got to get Purdy back out there. We got to get them healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. And so there was a comment earlier. You said we're going to get back to it. You said, your dog of the game.
Oh, dog of the game, yes.
And this one. This was another one. So you got it on the screen. We might as well go here. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. So this is his second super chat. When we do my shows, the second super chat gets a bomb sound.
Thank you.
All right. He says, "Who is your dog of the game?" And he says, "Play the remix." That's something for me to do. So he's asking you, who is your dog of the game?
You know, it's easy to go with the easy answers, but I think I'm going to go with Renardo Green. He had a hell of a job assigned to him, hell of a task in front of him. Diamador Lenore would probably be the top answer, but I'm going to give Green some love. Having to hold down the other side of the field, I think he did a pretty good job. I mean, I saw a stat. Let me see if I could find it here.
I don't even remember like being upset with him. So he must have had a decent game. Now that I think about it, I didn't even consider him.
Yeah. He was targeted 9 times and only gave up 34 yards.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I play it? I play it?
Yes, please.
Can I pick that dog? Can I pick that dog? Can I pick that dog? Pick that dog? Can I work that dog?
Now, I have to honor the request by Nigel also. So sorry, I can't do the whole full remix, but
Can I pick that dog?
No.
Can I pick that dog?
No.
Can I pick that dog?
No.
Faithful, turn up a little bit, baby. Hey! All right. That's enough.
There you
I
go.
don't want us to get banned or anything. All right, there we go. And by the way, I got flagged for a lot of stuff on my overreaction show. This was not one of them. So I think this song is legal to use. So,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
Just so you guys know.
Who's your
legal.
dog? Who's your dog? I'm sure you gave it out already.
Yeah, I had a lot of different people that I wanted to give credit to. The kicker, Eddy Piñeiro, right?
Oh,
like he has got to
great.
be at the top of the list right there. Mac Jones for toughing it out, man. I mean, this guy was on the ground
True.
wincing and working on one arm, working on the opposite leg. I mean, the brace and all the stuff that was going on with him. You got to love Collins going out there and getting the punch out. Christian McCaffrey, you're not getting it done on the ground. I will challenge you guys by air. All right, fine. If I can't do it by land, I'll do it by air, right? Like, let's go, right? Like Christian McCaffrey, while a lot of people are saying, oh, he doesn't have it anymore, I'll be damned. Christian McCaffrey is still going out there getting 15 to 20 touches a game, and he is looking for more. He's looking for more. Christian McCaffrey is touching the ball so much that people are saying, why do we even trade for Robinson? Like, it's a thing now. People are now all of us, a trade that we celebrated.
Yeah.
Right? We celebrated this trade, and they're like, why? We wasted a pick. We could have used that on the edge rusher. Well, first of all, the trade happened before Bosa went down, right? So, like, let's pump the brakes and not do that, right? But, like, I mean, he's doing his thing out there, Christian McCaffrey. And Kyle for calling out the right plays. And this is something, and I want to transition to with you here. I've seen a lot of people – listen, the national media is going to start trying to create a quarterback controversy. I want to be clear and go on the record here. There is no quarterback controversy. This is Brock Purdy's team, guys. All right? Now, I understand that Brock Purdy is 1-1 on the season and Mac Jones is 3-0, right? That's circumstantial, though. We have to realize we got to put that into a box, right? And I've heard people, I've been watching other shows and everything, and people are like, it's all good. Kyle's just calling a different game for Purdy. I don't know why he's not calling the same plays for Purdy that he's calling for Mac Jones, right? And I can tell you guys why. Because Purdy's been in the system for 5 years. The plays should be different for Brock Purdy. They should be. I think Kyle should trust his starter a little bit more than he trusts the guy that he's only had here for 3 or 4 months, right? Maybe I'm wrong, Zach, and you cut me off at any point that you want to disagree with me here.
Yeah.
But it should look different. It should look vanilla. It should look safer for the backup quarterback. Forget the name for just 1 second. Forget the records for just 1 second. When your backup comes in, you got to throw out the advanced shit. You got to throw it all out. And you got to go a little bit more vanilla. You got to go a little safer. You got to go with some stuff that this guy, you got to start making plays that he's comfortable with from while he was with New England and while he was with Jacksonville. You got to start implementing that into your system. That's the challenge for Kyle. It's not, hey, how quickly can you do what my playbook is? It's how can I put you in position to succeed in a way that you're comfortable? So we can't be mad at Kyle for changing up the way that he's calling these plays. They should be quick hitters, right? Brock Purdy is a more athletic, more scrambling type quarterback. He can move. He can get outside the pocket and make throws across his body, where with other quarterbacks, you can be like, no, that's not it. That's not it. With Brock Purdy, you're like, oh, he does that regularly, right? That's Brock Purdy's thing. I don't want to see Mac Jones ever do that. So we can't kill Kyle for changing up the way that he's calling those plays. Don't let the media, the national media, divide this fan base. Don't let them do it. And I promise you guys, there's going to be plenty of 49ers content creators that are going to start doing it already. They're going to start doing it, okay? I don't want you guys to fall. I have no idea how many viewers are watching right now. I know that at one point on X, there was over 300 people watching on X. I don't know what the numbers are right now, but I will tell you this, though.
We got over 464 on X, 564 in total.
There you go. So, I mean, look, guys, don't cause division. Right? We should be celebrating this team, right? We cheer for this. We cheer for the logo. This is what we cheer for right here. Whoever the players are, we're going to applaud them, right? We're going to celebrate these guys. We can not be happy with some performances. We can have some critiques and some criticisms, but we're not going to create division here, right? We're at top of the NFC West, and we've done this with one win by our starting quarterback. We've done this without George Kittle, without Pearsall, without Jennings, right? We've done this without Brandon Ayuk. Don't cause division when we should be uniting right now. This is our time to puff our chest out. What we should be saying is, oh, the Niners haven't played anybody. Yeah, and we haven't been able to play anybody because all of our people that we want to play and put on the field are on the sidelines.
Right.
Those guys are in IR and recovering and on PUP, and those guys are all sidelined, right? So this team is doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. They have already exceeded everybody's expectations. Nobody. If you went through this list of injuries week one and said, you're going to miss this guy, that guy for these games and no Bosa, blah, blah, blah. If you put that list out and say, how many games did the Niners win? Nobody's going to say through 5 games the Niners are 4-1. Nobody's going to say that we were one drive away from being 5-0. Nobody. No, not the most optimistic 49ers fan in the world. I don't care how weak our schedule looks. We've played 3 division opponents in our first 5 games, and we are 3-0 in those games, guys. That deserves applause, not division. Do not be this divided fan base. That's what they want us to do. They want us to tear each other apart. They want to see us ripping each other apart, and the national media is going to go ahead and eat that up. No, we're going to unite. Whatever quarterback is under center, that's who we're going to support. That's how it's supposed to be. No Nick Bosa, no problem. We're going to find ways to win. Now, do they need help on the defensive line? Yes, they do. And let's not make any mistake about it. 1 sack, opening drive, and never to be seen again.
No pressure.
That's still a problem.
Even when they blitzed, they couldn't get pressure.
Exactly. It is a problem indeed. So let's not act like everything is going our way and everything. There's a reason the Niners haven't won any of these games by multiple scores. Yeah. Every single game has been a 1-score game. Zach mentioned it earlier. So let's unite. Let's rally the troops. Let this be our sounding board. Let this be our, this is where we take off now. We're just getting started. The reserves start coming back after this week, guys. This is when we start to turn it up a little bit. So let's go. Let's reel it in. Let's batten down the hatches. Let's go. It's time. This is when we turn up, faithful.
Big Daddy, we did talk about Sean McVay wasting time to track down the refs. No red flag thrown. Talked about it earlier. Complete BS. Should have been a penalty, but they just let him do whatever he wants. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the Brock back thing because I feel like we could spend a lot of time on that, and it's getting late here. I'm sure it's late for you, Mike. But the last thing I want to talk about, and we can wrap up, is I feel like this win earned the 49ers the right, the gall. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but the motivation and the reason to go out and trade for a pass rusher. I think if they lose last night, John Lynch is a lot less likely to say, you know what, I don't think this season's going anywhere, or a lot more likely, I should say, the season's not going anywhere. I'm not going to waste resources on a pass rusher, especially an older one like a Trey Hendrickson. But now that they won, they're 3-0 in the division at the top. They get 10 days to rest, 4-1 on the year. I think they proved their point. Go and get a pass rusher to help this defense, because the Achilles heel was the pressure, the lack of it, I should say. They got to Stafford once on a blitz. in like the first quarter, I think the first drive, and that was it. He had all day to pick them apart aside from that. Now, were the Rams offensive line holding? Yes, but they didn't call it. It is what it is. Still, you got to get some help. So that's my take on this. Mike, I noticed you said no when the super chat came in, and I'm just curious why you don't think, is it Hendrickson specifically?
Yes. Yeah. It was very specific for Hendrickson. And it's not that I don't think he could be a contributor here or anything like that. I would like the Niners to go out and trade for someone that we have the option of extending. And I don't want a 31, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I believe he's 31. And it's not that that's old, by the way. We've seen pass rushers play good for up to 35 years, right? So 35 years old, and that's fine. But I would like them to go out and get somebody a little bit younger that they can, like, coach in the way that they want them to play. Not a guy that we're going to put in here and say, okay, what are you good at? What do you like to do?
Right.
And now we have to adjust our entire defensive line around them and their preferences. I want them to go out there and get somebody that they're going to say, hey, we're going to put you on this side of the line. I don't want this next person that we trade for to get the Nick Bosa treatment. The Nick Bosa treatment is you go rush from whichever side you want, and we're going to move the other guy to the other side. I don't want that for someone that we go and trade and acquire, because when Nick Bosa comes back next year, and if that person is still here, then what? Now we got division in the locker room because they're going to be saying, well, that's my side. I don't want that. Go and get a young guy, someone who was at the end of their rookie year, or someone who
I can think of a couple off the top of my head, yeah.
Right, someone who didn't get extended at the end, didn't get extended after their fourth year, and is on another team right now, and that team is losing. You know what I'm saying? Like, go out there and get someone like that. That's what I want to see. I don't know how old Brian Burns is. I think he's with the Giants still, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's on his second contract with the Giants or something. I have no idea.
They traded for him and extended him. He's getting paid big money.
Oh, okay.
The guy I'd want from the Giants is Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah.
I think he's promising, still on his rookie contract. Also, I know I'm maybe a little bit alone in this. I've always loved Jalen Phillips in Miami, and he had the Achilles tear, I think, a couple years ago, but he's a few years removed from that. I think putting him on this defense with Robert Saleh, he would really shine. I see Mark Cisneros talking about Cam Jordan. We talked about him. I don't think the Saints would let him go. He's the type of guy that I think is going to retire in black and gold. But there are players out there that definitely the 49ers could go and get. I didn't hear the report that since he called the 49ers and asked if Mac was available, I didn't see anything about that. Who knows? It's possible. I think they're comfortable with Jake Browning. I think they go and get someone, though. I think they're
not comfortable with Jake Browning. That was nice. I like you. I like you being diplomatic there and trying not to insult the guy.
I don't think they're gonna I don't think they're. It's a 1-year thing, so it's like I think they're unfortunately probably fine with punting on the year than wasting resources because they have a quarterback. Their quarterback is Joe Burrow. He's just hurt.
Right.
So.
Right.
Okay. Last thing. Go ahead.
If I'm Cincy, I'm calling the Giants.
Thank you.
You got two backups over there. You got to get one of those guys off of that roster. And it's going to be someone that Joe Burrow knows he's not looking over his shoulder for and things like that. You got to call the Giants. You get either one, Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston. Yeah, Jameis Winston. So, yeah.
I just saw this tweet. It's from this morning, this afternoon. Kyle Shanahan said Mac Jones was cramping so badly last night that at one point he told backup Adrian Martinez he was going into the game. He started thinking of plays for him. He said he was working on those plays when he looked up and saw Mac Jones was already back on the field and in the huddle. We were calling plays for Adrian, and then I looked up and Mac was in the huddle, Shanahan said. He just kind of sprinted out there and kept it going. And I said, all right, let's see how long this lasts. He lasted the whole game, and obviously he was a big part of why we won. Just wild. I mean, just wild stuff.
Okay. So I did not hear this quote. So this didn't come from a presser. I don't know where Kyle Shanahan said that. I don't know where he said that, but this tells me a couple of things, and I now officially owe Kyle Shanahan an apology. There was a point in time, it was a couple of seasons ago, maybe 2, and the receivers were out, and Kyle said that he doesn't pay attention to what receivers are on the field. He says, I call my plays, and I expect them to know the playbook and just do it. And I said immediately, bullshit. There's no way you don't know what personnel and what players are out there on the field. You're not calling the same play for this guy that you're going to call for that guy. If Kyle didn't know what quarterback was out there, he said he looks up after calling plays and realized that Mac Jones was still out there, I owe him an apology. He's a little bit more earnest than what I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? So I do owe him an apology for that. But that speaks to the toughness of Mac Jones. And I said it on Patreon, hey, you got to channel some of what that other guy on the other side has, right? Matt Stafford is one of the toughest quarterbacks I've ever seen. I've seen this guy going out there with a bad shoulder. His left shoulder's dislocated. He's out there throwing the ball, you know, and can't do it all the way because of how bad the left shoulder is, right? Like, I said it, Mac, you got to channel some of that Matt Stafford, right? And I did not know that this happened. That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
That speaks
wild, right?
That speaks volumes. Yeah. So kudos to both of them. Kyle for the honesty, Mac Jones for the toughness and the grittiness. I mean, he's got to be the dog of the day, man. He's got to be.
I mean, yeah, my mind went to who's somebody that's not being talked about, but Mac Jones, for all the shit he went through, all the hits, all the late hits, all the unflagged hits, and he just kept getting up and dicing and dicing and dicing. I mean, it really was just death by 1,000 cuts. Okay, that's going to do it for tonight. I'm going to get in trouble if I go any later. Joking, not really, but I'm exhausted. Mike, I know you're exhausted. Please let the folks know where to find you for premium 49ers content. I'm sure they already know, but please.
Well, the premium stuff happens at the link underneath Zach. All right? You guys see it down there. It's right there. It's right there. All right, patreon.com/NB9ERS. We are live over there for the games. I promise you guys, my face isn't taking up half of the screen or anything like that. $5 tier and up. And if you guys don't want to subscribe to a monthly subscription, you can purchase the game. You can purchase the game. And now, I will say this for those of you who decide to purchase, the price is going up on the purchases. I had it previously set to $5 for Android. iOS charges something different. I don't control that part. Whatever their inflation rate is different. But the Niners are 4-1. We're atop the division, and every game right now is prime time if you're a Niners fan. Every game. The next game coming up got flexed, and it got flexed to as close to prime time as humanly possible without it being actual prime time. That's how much
it's America's game of the week now.
Yeah. Yeah, so guys, make sure you get there, patreon.com/NB9ERS. I do want to say this for those of you who are watching on YouTube. I know that there's a bunch of you guys watching on YouTube. Guys, make sure that you, not YouTube, Twitter. Make sure you guys come and show some support to the Hive channel on YouTube. That's where they make their bones. Unfortunately, well, maybe you guys, I don't know. I guess I should have asked you this.
I haven't seen anything on X.
I don't know that X pays anything, but YouTube does. So make sure you guys are coming over. Even if you don't watch the whole thing, when the stream ends, just go and click the YouTube link. Let them count the view. Let it run for a minute or two. Go take a shit or something while it's playing in the background on your cell phone. You don't have to take your phone with you. I'm not asking you to watch it again. But you got to get the numbers up on their YouTube channel as well. For the people that are watching right now from the Nothing But Niners channel on YouTube, come and subscribe to my guys. And when this stream ends, make sure you click it also. Run their numbers up over here on 49ers Hive. These guys put in a lot of work throughout the week as well, so give them some love as well.
Appreciate you, Mike. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And thanks, as always, for making the time. It's great having you on. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. The 49ers are 4-1, baby. 3-0 in the division, sitting atop. They get a mini bye week, get to relax, watch football on Sunday, stress-free. Everything is good. They won an impressive win. We can get healthier now. Malik Mustafa's coming back. Sounds like George Kittle may be another week. Maybe there's no rush now that they won. Brandon Ayuk will be back within the next few weeks. Everything's on the up and up, baby. Everything's on the up and up. With that said, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please.
Did we read this comment here from Duchess? When my Brock Purdy jams pull out Mac 10? Oh. That is creative.
Oh, wait.
That is it's a super chat.
Where is it? Here we go.
That is creative, man. Hold on. I got to play the party horn sound for that one. When my Glock Purdy jams, pull out the Mac 10. By the way, Glocks don't jam. You could shoot that bitch underwater, by the way. But it's cool. But I like what you were going for there. Pull out my Mac 10. I like that, man. I applaud you for that. All right. So great super chat there. All right, guys, listen, man. I'll sign us off the way that Matt does. I won't belabor in it because Zach just did a phenomenal job. But, yeah, guys, listen, faithful, unite. You guys go and subscribe, show love to the YouTube channels. And as always, go Niners.